I was born in Lubbock, Texas in 1936, October 1st. Not too long after that, we moved to Amarillo, where I was raised for many years. And that was at the end of what you would call the Great Depression. And things were tough. My mother and dad both worked. It wasn't easy at all. Wayne and I met in college. I was a sophomore and she was a sophomore also. And we immediately didn't like each other. And she didn't like me, and I wasn't too crazy about her either. Getting to know each other better, and the more we knew each other, the more I think we appreciated each other's characters and personality, and eventually got married in our senior year. Still working on it. It's taken us 57 years, but we're still working on it. Maybe it'll work out yet, you don't know. We got married in Lockney, Texas. Her dad performed the ceremony. We are glad that things worked out the way they did as far as she and I are concerned. We've had a good life, good marriage. Lots of ups and downs, but that's what makes a good marriage. You don't have everything smooth and have it the way you want it and still come out with any amount of character at all. And I think our marriage has had good character in it.
While I was at Abilene Christian, I was a sophomore, and this young man had transferred from Oklahoma University. They called it the Bean, where we ate, the cafeteria. When I'd walk in the Bean, he would be sitting there and he would smile at me. And I thought he had the prettiest smile I'd ever seen and the prettiest blue eyes. My mother said that I made the comment about him one time that Benny could do anything, which is pretty much true.
I guess you might call it restlessness. I never was really comfortable working for somebody else. Knowing things could be done differently, maybe not better, but differently, and not being able to do it. So I felt like anytime I could do something on my own, and I'd feel more free to do it if I, were on my own. And I've always just gravitated to that area of being an entrepreneur, or one that has his own business or does his own thing. When did I get into ranching? Whenever we had moved, when we bought the place in Salado, there was 80 acres with it, and we decided to buy a few cows, and we had a few show calves and this and that and the other, and I started collecting more cows and ranching, and it just got bigger and bigger until we decided that out here would be the place to be. Most every corner we turned it didn't seem like it at first, but it wound up being the right thing to do. And I learned a long time ago, just because it was a corner and you couldn't see around it, that doesn't mean you shouldn't go around it. how I would like to be remembered, that I was nice to be around, and that I treat people the way that I wanted them to treat me. And I found out quite a while ago, the best thing to do is do what's right in your own conscience, and hopefully that other people will see it as well, whether they agree with you or not. So I think that'd be a good thing to be remembered by.
He's very much a family man. And the other thing about Benny, he's very missionary-minded. He loves the Lord.
And on the 8th day, God looked down on his planned paradise and said, I need a caretaker. So God made a farmer. God said, I need somebody willing to get up before dawn, milk cows, work all day in the fields, milk cows again, eat supper, then go to town and stay past midnight at a meeting of the school board. So God made a farmer. God said, I need somebody willing to sit up all night with a newborn colt and watch it die, then dry his eyes and say, maybe next year. I need somebody who can shape an axe handle from a persimmon sprout, shoe a horse with a hunk of car tire, who can make harness out of hay, wire, feed sacks, and shoe scraps, who planting time and harvest season will finish his 40-hour week by Tuesday noon, and then painin' from tractor back put in another 72 hours. So God made a farmer. God said, I need somebody strong enough to clear trees and heave bales, yet gentle enough to yean lambs and wean pigs and tend the pink-combed pullets, who will stop his mower for an hour to splint the broken leg of a meadowlark. So God made a farmer. It had to be somebody who'd plow deep and straight and not cut corners. Somebody to seed, weed, feed, breed, and rake and disc and plow and plant and tie the fleece and strain the milk. Somebody who'd bale a family together with the soft, strong bonds of sharing. Who would laugh and then sigh and then reply with smiling eyes when his son says that he wants to spend his life doing what Dad does. So God made a farmer.